Let's just start by making the slip knot, and then we're going to chain 4. And make sure you leave the tail about a few inches. We're going to need that later on. Now insert your hook into the first chain you made and slip a stitch. As you can see, we just made a circle and we're going to work our double crochets into the center of this circle right here. We're going to work over this piece of yarn, so hold it to your ring with your fingers and let's chain 3. And then you're going to insert 2 double crochets into the center of your ring. I'm going to work my second double crochet into the circle, and as you can see, I'm holding that tail to the ring, so I'm working over it. Chain 2, and then we are going to work 3 more double crochets into the center of our ring, and we are going to keep holding on to that piece of yarn and work over it. Chain 2, and then we are going to insert 3 more double crochets into the center of the ring and over that piece of yarn. Chain 2, and this is our last 3 double crochets into the center. Chain 2, and then we are going to slip a stitch into the third chain. So this is the first one, the second one, and this is the third chain at the top, so insert your hook there and slip a stitch. Now you're going to close the ring, so hold on to the center of your square and pull on that tail to close the ring. As you can see, the center is closed and it looks much better. Let's start by making a magic ring. So I want you to make an X shape around your 2 fingers like this and hold the tail with your thumb and ring finger. Turn your hand and hold the yarn with your pinky. Insert your hook underneath the first line of yarn, grab the second one and pull under, twist. Now grab this piece of yarn and pull through. This is your first chain and your magic ring is ready. You can adjust your magic ring by pulling on this thread so it makes the magic ring tighter. Now we are going to chain 2. So the first 3 chains counts as our first double crochet. And we are going to insert 2 other double crochets into the magic ring. Now we are going to chain 2 and insert 3 more double crochets into the ring. Chain 2 and insert 3 more double crochets into the ring. And we are going to repeat this pattern one more time after that. I'm going to close my ring slightly, and then I'm going to chain 2 and insert my final double crochets into the ring. Now I'm going to close my ring by pulling on this thread and chain 2. We are going to slip a stitch. So this is my first chain, the second chain, and this is the third chain at the top. So I'm going to slip a stitch into that one. Now let's work the second round. So insert your hook into any corner, grab your other color and pull up a loop. Make sure you're holding onto that tail so it doesn't escape. Now we are going to chain 3 and then insert 2 double crochets into this chain space. As you can see, I'm working over that piece of yarn, so I'm going to weave it in my work as I continue on. Pull it to the side so there is more room for the other double crochets. Insert your second double crochet into the corner, chain 2, and insert 3 more double crochets into the corner and work them over that piece of yarn. Now we are going to move on to the other corner, so insert 3 double crochets here. Chain 2 and insert 3 more double crochets into the same corner. We are going to repeat this pattern for the other 2 corners, so you could either stay with me and crochet the rest or skip ahead for the next parts. And now we are going to finish the round with the slip stitch. So this is the first chain you made, the second one, and this is the third chain at the top. So insert your hook there and slip a stitch to complete this round. After you have your 4 grinding squares ready, we are going to join them 2 by 2, and then we are going to work a round of single crochets all around them. So we have the front loops, and then we have the back loops over here. When we are going to join them, we are going to go through these 6 stitches and 1 chain in every corner. So this one and this one. We are going to work our needle only in the back loops. So this is the back loop, and this one, and this one. And when you have the chain in the corner, this is the back loop for that one. Position your squares so that their fronts are facing one another. Then thread your needle, but do not cut the yarn. We can do that later on. Insert your needle in the back loop of this chain in this corner. And go through the back loop of this chain in this square. Now insert your needle in the next back loop of the next stitch in the same square and go through the back loop of the next stitch in the other square. And we are going to continue on and work the back loops only. When you reach the other corner, go into the back loop of the first chain and in the back loop of the first chain on the other square. And your joining process is done. Now I want you to hold on to the place your squares are joining, but not too tight, and pull on the thread that's still attached to your yarn ball. Leave a few inches on the left side and make sure that your squares are loose and they're not scrunching. Leave a few inches on the right side and cut the yarn. Repeat this process of joining for the other squares. And now we are going to pick one of the 4 corners of our headband. Insert your hook there, grab your other color and pull up a loop. Make sure you're holding on to that tail. Then chain 1 and insert 3 single crochets into this corner. And I'm going to work over that tail, so I'm going to weave it in my work as I go. And now we are going to work 1 single crochet into every stitch all the way. And I'm going to keep working over my tail. So the first one goes here. Insert your hook in the first stitch and work over that tail and single crochet all the way. Just a quick reminder that this is your slip stitch, so we are going to skip that one and make sure it's tight. So we are going to work the next 3 stitches. Insert 1 single crochet into all of them, and we are going to work over that the slip stitch tail so we don't have any loose ends when we are done with our work. In each corner we had 2 chains. We used one of them to join the squares. So we are going to insert our hook in the one that's not used and do a single crochet. For the next square, this is the chain that's used to join the squares, and this one is unused, so insert your hook there and do another single crochet. And we're also going to work over this loose tail. And remember that we are going to skip all the slip stitches along the way. When you reach your next corner of the headband, insert 3 single crochets there. So I'm almost there, and I'm going to insert 3 single crochets into this corner, then 1 single crochet in the next stitches. Don't forget about this first one right here, it might be hiding. And when you reach the next corner, follow this pattern of 3 single crochets. Now we are going to slip a stitch into the first single crochet we made. And then we are going to work our way to the tie. So chain 1, turn your work, and insert 1 single crochet in the next 8 stitches, and don't forget about this first one. We are going to follow the same pattern for the next rounds, so do not chain one. Insert one single crochet into every stitch except for the last two. When you have 2 stitches left, we are going to do a decrease. So insert your hook in the first stitch and pull up a loop. Insert your hook in the next stitch and pull up a loop, so you have 3 loops on your hook. Grab the yarn and pull through all of them. So you just turn 2 stitches into 1. Turn your work and insert 1 single crochet into every stitch except for the last 2, and then do another decrease. This is the pattern for the next few rounds. Repeat this pattern until you have only 3 stitches left. Now we only have 3 stitches left, so I'm going to turn my work, insert your hook in the first stitch, pull up a loop, insert your hook in the next one, pull up a loop, and insert your hook into the last one and pull up a loop. You have 4 loops on your hook. Grab the yarn and pull through all of them. And now we are going to chain as many as you want to make the tie. This is how you start your second tie. So you have 3 single crochets in this corner. Insert your hook in the third one. Grab the yarn and pull up a loop. Make sure you leave a small tail. Chain 1 and insert 1 single crochet in the next 8 stitches. And don't forget about this first one. I'm also going to be working over this loose tail. After you finish this round, repeat everything we did for the first tie here. And your headband is ready. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know your thoughts and feedbacks on this tutorial. I'd love to hear them from you. Thanks for watching.